What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another week of the Diet Dr. Pepper Gen 4 series. This week we are at probably my worst track on the schedule, Talladega. So it's going to be all about surviving, making it to the end. We just got bumped to 8th in qualifying. It makes no difference. We got 50 laps here tonight. Survival is going to be key. Even on plate tracks, JP is a qualifying master. He's won like 4 poles in 6 races now this season, so he's killing it. Field's going to be very mixed up. Some comers, some goers, fast guys that are usually fast, slow guys that are usually slow, fast. So uh, no real plan tonight. Don't know what I'm doing. Have the 15-minute warm up of practice as experience. Just going to try and make it to the end. That's going to be the key. Technically, we come in here with the points lead, but with our 2 drops factored in, JP is 10 points ahead of us, and Gavin Lemons, the league host, Griffin 2448, is only a couple points behind us because we're dropping good results, having 5 top 5s coming in 5 races. Everybody else is dropping like at least 1 bad result. So we're losing out versus a full, 12-week season points. But that's okay. It's, again, not about the championship. We're about having fun, learning, having a good time. So we'll see how it goes. 50 laps. Goal number 1 is to try to lead a lap at some point because those 5 bonus points could be big, especially if we all die. Goal number 2 is just kind of see the finish, and goal number 3, I guess, would be a top 20. If we can do that, even if we end up keeping a 20th place finish, that would be a solid result, all things considered. So 35 cars here tonight. 36 cars. Leighton is here. He just disconnected for a second, though. I expect some death. I expect some craziness. I don't know what is going to really happen. I'll try to remember link channels down below, but just in case I don't, go check out Jeff. His is Mako Sim Racing, or just Mako maybe. Billy, of course, posts everything every week. Great driver. I'm trying to think of who else. Bryce is a JKR friend. Gavin, of course, Griffin 2448. Nick, you all know Nick. Tyler Walls, he posts stuff, so I'll try to remember to link him. I think Alex might post. I can't remember. Connor definitely posts. I'll try to remember him again, of course. So I'll try to remember to link as many people as I can down below. So hopefully you go check all of them out, see their reviews of not just this race, but everything they post. So we're going to get on the grid. We're rolling off P8. Not too bad. Got to remember we're in pit box number 8 then. Again, no idea what we're going to end up with here as far as long run strategy, short run strategy. If we can lead a lap, great. If we don't, the number 1 goal is try to get to the end, survive this puppy, and see if we can learn something. So whether or not that's going to happen, I have no idea. We might lead no laps. We might die immediately. I don't know. This is usually, obviously, quite a respectful, good, talented group of drivers. So hopefully people use their heads. And if we are going to wreck, hopefully it's at least, at the tail end of this puppy, lap 40 or later, so we get something out of it versus just wrecking immediately and dying and being dead in 2 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. Again, appreciate you all so very much. All the love and support these first 5 weeks and through everything else has been phenomenal. So thankful for each and every one of you. Again, we scored the most points the first 5 weeks. That may or may not continue tonight, but it's been a great season. I've really had a lot of fun, enjoyed it, and I'm learning a lot. So hopefully we can do a little bit more learning tonight and maybe even apply some of it. A couple of newer names to the series that we don't see very much that are out here just because plate track. But again, thanks to everybody that puts this together. Thanks again to Gavin, Griffin 2448. I know I will link him down below for putting this together, allowing me to be a part of it. I'm having a ton of fun. There's Jeff. Good looking paint scheme for Jeff, actually. I like that teal. That's a good looking scheme. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. There you go. There's Jeff and his channel. Come on, Jeff, pull up a little bit. I'll back up a little bit. Don't want to run over the people ahead of me, but Mako Racing channel. There you go. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Again, not going to go anywhere fast. Just try to find ourselves a nice, safe space to hide. Long way to go, obviously. Long race. If we can just find somewhere we can chill in line and hang out, it's fine with me. If we get an opportunity to lead a lap under green, we'll go for it and try to take it. Someone's going to lead the most laps, but it's almost kind of a crapshoot who it is. May or may not be somebody that's up in the points, so can't worry about that. We just got to get 1 so we get our 5 and go from there. And again, survive, hang out, see the end, see the checkered flag, make the right call on pit strategy. No idea what that's going to be, but we'll play it by ear. If we can fuel save, great. If we can't, so be it. So going to be 1 pit stop required. I noticed this in practice, too, for the official race. We're capped at 14 gallons. I don't know if that's a thing with the car on iRacing or if that is a thing that the league is set and then the official series is set. I don't remember them ever having fuel cap limits like that in the official series, but maybe I'm just not remembering correctly or on crack. I don't know. Maybe they were capped to 14 gallons in real life. That doesn't sound familiar, though. I have no idea. Regardless, we'll see how it goes. So I appreciate you all, again, so very much. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. Still got plenty of good iRacing content, other racing games, everything else I do. Thank you all so very much. I'm so blessed and so thankful. But let's have a good fun here tonight. Good race, good fun, and see if we can make something out of this. So let's get to it. Top lane checked quite a bit there. Not sure if someone missed a shift or just a late shift or what, but should get some decent momentum here. This high line will probably roll on the restarts pretty well as long as we all stay lined up and formed. These things seem to push draft okay. It's really more of a bump draft thing rather than a locking bumpers, of course. You wouldn't expect these to lock bumpers from this era. I don't really want to be stuck out here this many rows back on the outside line. Guy in front of me here who is, I don't know who Damon was looking around to make a move, really going to go by us on the bottom. So JP, as he's done every single week, going to start out by getting some bonus points here on lap number 1. I think he's led laps in basically every single race this season, so a lot of bonus points for him. Again, that's been a lot of the key to his points total. Last week he finally had a rough one, just made a slight mistake in traffic that we put ourselves back in at Pocono. I survived, he did not, unfortunately, but I think he still salvaged like an 18th place or something, 19th place. So definitely could be worse, but of course we haven't dropped any bad results yet, so we're kind of playing with a little bit of house money here. We're just kind of tucked up behind Damon, not going anywhere, not in any rush. Again, if we have a bad race here, it'll just be a drop, no worries. So we can afford to be a little bit risky, but mainly we just want to see the end. We want to try to lead that lap, of course, for bonus points, but then we want to definitely try our best to make it to the end and see if we can have something to fight with, because again, everybody's pretty clean and respectful here. So if we can just see the end, we have a good chance of at least getting an okay finish and not something in the 30s. So that would be the goal. Top line going absolutely nowhere right now. I don't know if it's because we can't push or who's at the front of this line again. Don't know who has how much plate experience in these Gen 4 cars. They're very new. They haven't been to a plate track and officials, of course. So it's all learning, all about absorbing information. We still have a very long way to go, but we're doing okay. I'm not sure if a late never came back or not, but Greg just came back, so he's back in the session. Damon's content to ride here in this lane and just kind of hang out for now. I'm content to follow him. Don't know exactly who's ahead of him or around him, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Again, we're just hanging out for now. Making laps. Tire wear seemed to be a little bit of a thing. I felt the handling difference as the time went on and we got tire wear, but they didn't really wear that much. They almost just felt like floaty. It was very interesting, very strange. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Not sure what that means for pit stops and whatnot, but just something to keep in the back of your mind again. So we're still good. Again, we're 4th in line here on the top, so as long as we're kind of there or thereabouts and nobody's looking too aggressive, I'm content to stay up here. I don't want to be obviously mid-pack, but I don't really want to be all the way at the back. If we're in the in the top 10, there's no point of giving up 20 plus spots in track position there. It looks like 23 is moving around quite a lot. Who was up in front of us? Charles, and then Wesley was on the front row. So I don't know how experienced Charles is running at the front of these draft tracks, but that could be part of the reason. Maybe Wesley's moving around, who knows, but regardless, I mean, again, we're in the top 10. We're content to just hang out here as long as we're safe. Of course, you're never really safe on the plate track unless you're at the very front or the very back. I mean, there's always, anything can happen. Netcode, sneezes, whatever. Everything happens so fast and so crazy here. So it's all part of it. If we die, we die. But I feel good right now. I feel like I learned a little bit in that 15-minute practice about how the draft works, how to put my car where I need to. I had a great long run there on the practice with Connor, the 9 car. And I could never really, once we got to speed, pull up to him. It feels like the aero bubble is very strange. I don't know what it is, but I could never get to his bumper once we were at max speed in the draft. I could push him okay when it was just the 2 of us, but I could never really get up to him as we were in a big group. So it was a very strange feeling. It handled very strangely. It reacted very strangely. So I don't know what that was all about, but anyways, Damon's starting to look around here. He's either getting impatient or I don't know what he's doing. I'm content to go with him. I mean, if he wants to go, it's just about picking our time and our moment. He's got to have a run, obviously, and I got to be able to try to match it to go forwards. But for right now, we're all just kind of hanging out together. Still 10th. We're maintaining. I mean, Wesley at the front of this line is up like 3rd, 4th, and obviously he's got the clean air. We're using a little bit more fuel around this top lane here that we've talked about before. Again, not that it's the biggest issue in the world. We're not running full throttle very much of the lap, which is good. But yeah, we're adding some mileage for sure. This is probably Greg coming out of the pits here. That's that lap car up ahead. So the cars, I don't know if they're going to get really hard to handle. I don't know how difficult they were on the long run back in 2003. Maybe they were good, maybe they were terrible. Wesley finally bailed out, got to the bottom line there in about 5th place. So now it's Charles in front of Damon. Damon going to try to push Charles up there. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. We'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes out. If we have to, again, make a third groove, try and make some moves, do something. Happy to, we just got to pick our moment, pick our time here. I don't know how well we'll be able to push or get pushed. I don't know. I don't have enough experience, of course, enough laps to know what it's going to do and how it's going to handle. Looks like Damon going to give a really good push to Charles there. We got by. I didn't even look who the lap car was. I assumed it was Greg, but we were able to get by that car down the backstretch, so that was good. Roll around the top. Looks like we're going to get up to about 7th here, 7th or 8th. I'm tempted to get to the bottom here if we're clear. In front of Jeff, we will, just because I want to get back in line, be able to save a little more fuel. It's clear that that top lane can move forwards, but not, up to the lead or anything, at least not easily. So happy to get in line and ride for now. It looks like we're about 6th in line on the bottom. Appreciate Jeff leaving me a hole there. I'm not sure it was intentional. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but it worked out. It allows us again to get in line, chill, have an out. Obviously, if something happens, we can just hopefully dive left and survive, hopefully. Also will allow us to save a little more fuel running around the bottom at partial throttle. So, of course, now top line is going to probably roll and go to lead as soon as I did this, because that's how things go for me on plate tracks usually. But again, not the end of the world here. If we're going to lead a lap, it's almost certainly not going to just be under green on pure pace or anything. Definitely the weakest part of my pavement oval racing as far as stock cars goes or plate tracks. I feel like I'm serviceable at pretty much every discipline except this. I've had some good races. I've gotten a lot better in the last couple of years, but even all the way back to the last 12 years when I first started, I've never really understood positioning in the draft. I feel like I'm an okay pusher. I'm okay getting pushed. I feel good about my car control and everything. It's not usually pit strategy or anything like that. It's just car placement. Like some people like Belsky that just have a natural knack for this, know where to put their cars, know when to go, when to let others make the moves, when to ride, what lane they want to be in, how the runs are going to develop. And I just don't. It's not a skill of mine. It's not a strength of mine. It's not something that comes naturally to me. I've had to work really, really hard studying him and other great plate racers on iRacing to get it, just to be exactly average. But that's part of it. You can't be great at everything. I've had to do, again, a lot of studying at this, and still not that good, but I feel confident that I'm at least not putting myself at a detriment anymore. And again, obviously draft, great equalizer, anything can happen. Lots of big wrecks, lots of chaos. So you can do everything right, put yourself in good positions, and still have it go wrong and die. So that's part of it that I just kind of had to embrace. It's not always fun. It's not always good. My strategy is usually to hang out in the back, just kind of survive, again, be the last car in the draft essentially, but that puts you vulnerable to any checkups or any minor wrecks or anything like that. It does a lot of things that sometimes go wrong. Looks like Damon's going to go to the front there. He pushed Charles up there and then jump to the inside. So, of course, as soon as I jumped to the bottom, they went to the front. I'd be second on the top right now, but again, all part of it. But, I don't really want to do that, given that we have the drop to play with here. We might as well try to learn a little bit first of all, and then also see what we can do as far as performance, trying to obviously get a good result out of it, because if it goes badly, we're not losing anything really. So now 3 wide, the pack got really, really shuffled there with Charles at the front, moving around. Again, Damon pushed him out there and then jumped to the bottom on him. So field kind of 3 wide here in the middle now. Again, we're not in a great place. Wesley going to go up the middle, almost make it 4 wide. We'll check back up here behind Michael. So a lot of aggression playing out here. Not interested at all. I don't really just want to ride, of course, this whole race, but long way to go. We're not going anywhere. The safest place to be is right around the bottom. A lot of people are going to make moves. Wesley's getting aggressive, as he tends to do. Gets inside of Eric, so he goes up middle 3. Again, there's going to be aggression. There's going to be people pushing the issue like that. Yeah, that's just not smart. I mean, he's not a smart guy, but that's just not smart. I mean, we're on lap 12 of 50. His whole line just checked there and, didn't go anywhere. So I get he's aggressive and he's very fast and talented, but that's the kind of shit that differentiates people like me who survive a lot and consistently get those good results, but don't win as much from the guys that win a lot and die a lot. It's not smart racing. So we're up to like 5th-ish. Actually, JP is leading that top line now, so he's next to us. 5th, 6th. We must be 6th. So we're 6th on the bottom, which is plenty fine. Not concerned at the front. It looks like it's Bryce and Damon. So JKR group leading some laps. Bryce at the tail, or at the front, at the head. Sorry. Still got Jeff tucked up behind us. Content to ride still. We're probably making decent fuel mileage here. Not leading a line or anything like that. Looks like the tracker says we're going to need 6.8 gallons of fuel on the pit stop. That's not very much at all. Less than half a tank. Less than half of the limited tank, no less. So yeah, that's part of it. We're doing okay. Still alive, which is good. We're at quarter distance and we're not dead yet, so that's always a benefit and a positive. So I feel good. I feel like we can keep saving some fuel here. We're in a good spot to be towards the front, but not at the front, so we can run at partial throttle for a lot of this. Can't really worry about who's doing what to our outside or around us, because right now we just gotta kind of do our thing. So as long as we prevent anybody from filling this hole between Jeff and I trust Jeff. I watch a lot of his videos. He's a smart driver. So as long as we can prevent him from leaving our bumper and someone jumping up and to fill that hole, I'm content to ride. Again, I would love to go up there and lead some laps and be really aggressive, but in the points position we are, even with the drop, though, we can't afford to right now. It's too early to be super hyper aggressive, and honestly, with my lack of skill at doing this, we'll probably just go backwards anyways. So content to hang out. Looks like a lot of people are doing the same. There are some people getting quite racy up there, Eric, Wesley, others that need good results or really think they can win this. I don't, and I don't. So yeah, it's all part of the game, all part of it. I keep looking for Connor. I was sure he'd be coming up through here. He seemed quite comfortable in practice and felt like he knew what he was doing and was ready to go. But I have not seen him come up behind us yet. But that's against someone that I ran with in practice and trust to make good moves and be smart. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that 9 car. Obviously trust Jeff and the 31 behind us. Trust people like Billy. Trust Gavin. Trust Nick. Trust Bryce. Trust Damon. You know, a lot of good drivers. So content, still running kind of in the top 12-ish now. It looks like we're 12th, so still okay. If that top lane wants to go, it looks like there isn't really a top lane formed anymore behind us. Nothing solid at least, so most of the field content to hang out, save some fuel, ride, click off some laps. That's cool with me. Second pack up about 5 or 6 cars behind us there. But not nearly as organized as this lane in front of us, so I would not be surprised actually if this pack breaks apart a little bit just as people start racing. If it only takes one checkup to lose 7 or 8 tenths mid-pack, and then it kind of accordions backwards, and then you have a split pack. So I want to stay in the front pack for that, obviously. Not that we're trying to run forwards too much, but just to make sure that post pit stop and everything we stay in the mix. JP's gotten back to the point with a big push from Eric there in the last lap or two. Still cruising. I don't think we've ever raced with Michael. Name doesn't ring a bell. Maybe he's been in 1 or 2 different races. But the name doesn't ring a bell, so again, not going to push the issue, but even so, just noting people around us and how they're driving. He's been calm and collective, has just stayed on the bottom this whole time, so that's a good sign. Jerry up there in the 13 car, having a good showing so far. $16 down. Next time by will be just about 1/3 distance, or just over 1/3 distance actually. Here comes a big run on that top lane. Big checked up here. Yeah, top lane's gonna go flying by. Spencer's up in there. Kobe, Christian, plenty of guys up there. Got a huge run off of turn 2 as we were all checked up. Nick at the back of that line. I really like that car Kobe has. That's Martin Truex Jr.'s 2005 red Bass Pro Shops tracker boats rookie scheme from his part-time season in 2005. It's a really good looking paint scheme. Left a hole there for the 22 just when I was chilling, just leaving the car length as we all got checked up the previous corner. So that's on me for just being a little bit too cautious. But again, happy to let people do their thing if they want to go hard now that we're kind of mid-pack. I mean, we're what, about 15th? Yeah, 15th. So roughly mid-pack. Again, there are about 32 of us or so. It's all checking up quite a lot. There's Gavin around the top. So, looks like this actually may have split already behind us. Yeah, back at about 20th or so there. You got Chad, Alex, Bradley, Nicholas. Some of those guys have already split and fallen off the back. So that's what we try to avoid. Looks like they split before that actually, because there's a whole pack about 20 seconds back. So that's what we're trying to avoid. But now that we're kind of at the back, I mean, there are only 3 cars behind us here. Jeff, Billy, and Warren on the bottom. Got to keep that in mind. Now we're top 19 is this front pack. So we are kind of at the back now. So now we really want to try to do some fuel saving and just protect and get through this to the pit stop here, see when people decide they want to pit. Obviously, in the perfect world, we'd just do exactly what Gavin and JP do. They're our 2 closest points challengers. People like a Leighton, Shane, Colton, and others with drop weeks are up in there as well. But if they've already used their drops to be up and towards the top of the points, then that bodes well for us in the second half of the season. This is the halfway point, of course. 6 races down after tonight, 6 to go. So yeah, it's all going to come together, all going to factor in. Still content just to ride here on the bottom. Handling's becoming a thing, but I don't know what to do. So again, we don't need very much fuel, so I'm tempted to think that if we pit under green, it's going to be no tires, just gas and go. Handling doesn't seem to play a huge factor, and obviously the pit stop time added would kill you. So we are in box number 8, so we're going to have to go by a lot of these guys to make pit road, which kind of sucks, but you almost don't want to do what everybody does. You want to come in with a smaller group if you can. But if everybody comes at once, obviously that gets really messy. So we'll just have to play it by ear. I'm content to wait and see what happens. Obviously, we should be making really good fuel mileage to do whatever we need to do. If we have to go a couple laps longer, we should be plenty good on that. We're definitely faster than the group behind that's lost out about 3 seconds now. But they're not crazy far behind. Again, one checkup, one little hiccup, anything, pit cycle, they can make that up.
Hey,
so
sorry about earlier.
yeah, there's about 5 cars in that group behind us. So yeah, I don't know how that's all going to shake out exactly. Not sure exactly what Spencer's doing here. He needs to try to get back in line so we can stay with this group. Oh, we're all good. Get some of that toe back. There we go. Back on pace with Billy and Michael, and some of these guys are on the bottom here. We still got Jeff up behind us with Warren, so they're content to hang out just as much as I am. Works for me. Long run. Hope that Jeff is getting a good view of the CF Mobile scheme and the A499 decals on the back. So he's a good guy, really good driver as well. So I think he subbed to me, so appreciate you, Jeff, for the sub, if I remember correctly. So appreciate him. He had a really good Pro 2 Advanced race the other day. Good video. Go watch that. Check that one out. That was a really entertaining race. Crazy. Those Pro trucks are just nuts. I mean, I really need to get back into them and do them a little more regularly. I've never won at Crandon. That's something I definitely want to do on my bucket list, but just nuts. So still hanging out. Lead pack is 20. We've pulled another half a second or so on that group behind, led by Chad. So even if they are running flat out, obviously they're going to be in a worse position fuel-wise, and they're not catching us. So makes it all very interesting. We're in a decent spot. Everybody's still alive at the front half of the field. And obviously we have the most cars. There are like 33 cars, 34 cars left running or something like that. We have 20 of them up here in this lead pack. Obviously we're going to be faster than the group of 5 and the group of 9 or whatever that's behind. So we're in good shape. We're getting up towards halfway here. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. I'll check our tear off while we're sitting here. Again, double check no tires just in case it's a last second thing. Another big lift there. So they're starting to go for it. Nick trying to get around the top. Damon has gotten to the point, so they're still shuffling up there towards the front. A lot of comers and goers, like I said, people moving around quite a bit, but doesn't concern me at this time. We're still doing okay with good fuel mileage. Jeff and Warren seem to be in the same boat, so I trust both of them behind us to play it chill. If they want to go, they'll go. So just keeping an eye out ahead. Always got to be diligent, watching what's going on around you, watching the tendencies. But again, a lot of very talented drivers. I'd say probably 15 of these guys in the group with us are exceptional race car drivers I trust, and hopefully will make good decisions. Again, we already talked about a couple people that are just aggressive. Not that they're bad drivers, they're just aggressive. So unfortunately, Tyler's had some kind of incident. He's back on pit road there and has been for quite a few laps. So not exactly sure what's up with that, but unfortunate. He's had issues, and Again, another great content creator. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're starting to move up off that bottom lane on corner exit. Not sure if they're running out of tires and getting tight. Bryce goes to the middle up there in the purple car. I think he's right up behind maybe Wesley. Trying to get 3 lanes going, but they're going to pretty much cycle back out. Charles jumped out from behind Nick Martin there. They got Kobe in the 11 car up behind them. Billy and Spencer here on the top that we're going to get runs on. Christian and Gavin in front of them. So it's all playing out. Kind of a slow burn, but that's kind of how plate racing is sometimes. You got to think big picture. I mean, my whole life, my whole career is thinking big picture. So there's Wesley again in the middle, 3 wide. So if there's a wreck, that's where it's going to happen. Not that he's, again, a bad driver, but just no questioning making moves. Just sees move, makes it. And that's why people like Alex are so successful at this. That's why they're so good, why they win so many races. But again, they're in a position of saying, I don't care if we wreck, I'm going to win this race. I can't have that luxury right now. It's still too early. So we're doing okay. We are doing okay. We're going to be at cross flags halfway here. That group behind us run us down from 4 seconds down to 3, so they're actually making good time, that group of 5. We've pulled 23 seconds on Tilbury's group. And they're even kind of fragmented back there, so traffic might play a factor at some point. When we get back to them, we'll have to just see how it plays out. But for now, we are halfway. We've made halfway green, which is awesome. Staying very patient. I love Billy's scheme, though. That 2000 Jeff Burton, the Lightning paint scheme. I mean, that car and the Schneider Electrical 55 that like Bobby Hamilton drove in like 2002, those are kind of the inspirations for this Lightning car. I mean, those are the cars, especially Bobby Hamilton's scheme, that I love and want on my CF Mobile. And since I got my first Lightning car that I think Coy painted for me, the Xfinity car, like 3 years ago, I just adore it. I need Lightning cars for everything that I'm going to race regularly. I love it. They're not on all my road cars necessarily, but my Xfinity car, my truck, this car, obviously. Can't remember about my street stock or my mini stock or anything like that, but I just love this Lightning design, love the paint scheme. They look really good. They look clean day or night, and I really just love them. And that was kind of one of the first paint schemes that, you know, kind of got me interested in the Lightning looks. So it's working out here. The thing that we need to try to have happen here is pitting before that group behind us catches up. Looks like we got enough fuel to go about 35 laps or so. So that puts us right towards the end. If we can all pit as a group of 20 here before that group behind, led by Chad, catches up, that would allow us to, 3 wide's not going to do it, so that's not good. But that would allow us to hopefully stay ahead of this group behind and kind of separate ourselves, see who makes pit road errors, etc. So all part of the big picture and the game plan. I was going to say, Billy's still out there on the top somewhere. That group behind is kind of broken even the last couple laps now, so when we can put good laps together, our group seems to be able to make lap time and pull away. Looks like JP is back to the point. He's well on his way to leading the most laps again, so that's going to be another 10 bonus points that he's going to have over me, which is crazy how consistent he is running at the front. We've gotten the top 5 finishes, but he has dominated the laps led category, which is absolutely insane. He's been killing it. Really makes me be at my best every single week. There's no weeks off when you're racing people as talented as he is, as Gavin is. You know, several of the other people up in the points, Shane, Layton, people that are just running not for points, for wins, that have missed races like Damon, Nathan. So top-notch league. We're probably, again, single-digit top 10 speed, top 10 driver, but shouldn't be good enough to win the championship, especially with these drop weeks. Makes it tough, but you know, I'm obviously a long-run consistency points guy, and that's what we've done so far. That's why we have earned the most points these first 5 weeks. But man, these guys are all so good and so talented, so makes it tough. We definitely got to fight for it and be on our tip-top shape. So group behind definitely going to catch up now. We had a big lift there. Nobody's really started pit stop chatter yet.
Yep, come on down, take one.
No fuel on me. Yep.
Not sure who's where as far as lead pack, whatnot. Christian's lost this gap, lost this group a little bit in front of us, so we'll have to try to push him up there a little bit more. Looks like he doesn't have the most stable connection, but obviously we gotta try to get him up back towards where Spencer is at and Michael, just to try to stay with this group. If he doesn't want to be a part of it, then he can go somewhere else, or we'll have to pass him, obviously, but yeah, I gave him up to about that 2/10 margin there, which we did. Kind of lost the two behind us, Jeff and Warren, but they should be able to push up to us without too much issue.
Back to the pass here, trailing around 35th. You guys want to sit on lap 32? Oh, good with me.
I got a lot of fuel left, 6 laps, obviously.
I'm good with that.
Sounds good.
I don't know what to pit. We're just going to have to make a call when we get there. Did do a pit entry, so I have a rough idea where we need to be, but just going to have to try to pit with people that know what they're doing. It's going to be a late second call, you know, so a little bit of a blink there for Spencer. 22 pitting ahead of us. It's a solo pitter there for Christian. That's not going to work out for him. So, see where he cycles out, obviously, as a reference, but hopefully Warren can hang on the back of Jeff back there. Lead group now 19. Nobody pulled the trigger to come to pit road that time. I don't necessarily want to come the first time. Again, the whole field comes, so we have the flexibility with fuel mileage. We got plenty of fuel to go wherever we need to go. The whole group of 5 behind stayed out also. Looks like they're coming in right here, though.
Next time, guys.
May have made a mistake. We lost all the cars ahead of us that we needed to be there or thereabouts. Hopefully we can kind of keep up. We definitely have to pit here now, obviously, this lap. We're going to lose a good chunk of time. Not my best move. I didn't realize all 5 cars right in front of us were pitting that lap, or otherwise I would have pitted with them. Alright, well. Looks like some guys did have issues coming to pit road there. We should at least be able to come in smoothly and cleanly, so there's that. But
yeah,
we'll lose a couple seconds. 2.5 seconds behind. We should be able to have a nice aggressive pit entry here, though, I would hope. Make up a little bit of time, good pit stop, you know, it can all work out still, so. Pit entry was okay. Again, we're all the way down box number 8. Messy pit road. Don't slide through the box, okay. Well, hopefully we can get out and still be in this group. Alright, well, we're with some people at least. Gavin being one of them, Alan behind. Damon ahead. Seems like a good pit cycle for most of this group, which is nice. See how we cycle out compared to the other group of pit stops. A lot of people had mistakes coming to pit road there. We cycled out from that pretty well. Eric up there, Wesley, Nathan, Jerry, Damon, Gavin, myself, and Alan are the front group that has made pit stops. I believe. Eric and Wesley got out there a little bit. Gavin's right in front of me. I didn't realize he'd lost a group, so I got to push him for sure. Marius coming off pit road here. lost some ground to the group ahead now. They're all kind of one big pack of 5. If they want to get racing right now, that may help us a little bit. We got Alan up behind us. Nick coming from about 3 seconds back. Obviously his group, if it's more than a couple cars, is going to be faster. These air bubbles are so weird, so strange. It's so hard to trust the pushes. We can get close, we can really get close. We're just outside that draft range. He's not getting any tow right now, but we're not far back. Alan and I had a lot of great battles back in the K5 Drying Track Series in the Mazda. God, we're so close, really. I mean, I'm getting quite hot now pushing this close, but we are like 2/10 outside of getting a little sniff. Really frustrating, actually. I gotta try to keep pushing them. I know it's gonna be tough, but I gotta try. Traffic will play a factor as we lap cars. Maybe make our group a little bigger. How much is the group behind us? It's 3. Nick, Billy, and Marius, so still a lot to play for here. No real points contenders in front of us. Eric is kind of, and then Gavin obviously, but again, Nick's up in there-ish, Alan as well, but pretty spread out for the points, guys. Something happened to JP, whether he had a speeding penalty or something. Something happened. $12 to go. It's really scary because I'm getting pushed by Alan. He's doing the right thing. He's just getting to me, but not pushing hard. But it is quite scary, so we're trying to maximize this as much as I possibly dare. Pulled about 5 seconds now back to Nick and Marius and Billy in that group. So if it stays green and we don't blow up, we should be top 8, which is okay. It's a decent finish. Top 5 seems to be content to ride and just try to break us out of here, which makes sense. Of course, we don't have green-white checkered, so if we get under about 4 to go, I think that'll be it. Maybe probably 3 pace laps because we got lap cars, so if we get past start finish line and take 4 to go, I think that'll be that. Bryce is seeing debris, but we're having a good race up here. We're still in touching distance. If they start scrambling or have contact or, you know, God forbid they wreck on the last lap, we're still close, so we gotta keep doing this. We've pulled now 6 seconds on the group behind, so Gavin, Alan, and I doing the right thing. We're making it work. I've cooled down just a little bit. We're back below 260 now, so we can try to push a little more. It's so hard because I don't know how this car reacts, how the bumpers hook. Alan is really pushing on me. It's quite scary. We haven't lost much time. We're less than 3 seconds off the lead, so we gotta stay close again just in case. But, you know, you never know. That's a huge group up in front of that, up in front of them up there. It's like 10 or 12 lap cars, soon to be lap cars. That's actually going to help the leaders, but of course it'll get them all scrambling with 15 of them or whatever. 9 laps to go. Air bubbles are so weird. It's like I can get to them in the corners and kind of push them when I'm going straight and have momentum from a corner. But if I catch them on the straight, I just air bubble them out in front of me. It's very strange. And again, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Probably am, in fact. But it's going to get interesting up there with all those lappers. I actually kind of like being here, not in the mix directly. Don't want to be a part of whatever this is about to become for sure. So being a couple seconds back isn't the worst thing as long as we're safe from the group behind. That group's now kind of one big group. A couple more cars have caught them, so they're about 6 or 7 cars now to R3, but they're 6 seconds back with 8 laps to go. We'll see how they do. Alan gave us a big old push there. That front group has to continue to go, though. They have to fight through this traffic. They can't afford to just ride. We're 3 wide now, though, which is going to get quite messy, so we might get tucked up, pulled right back up to them, whether we want to or not. All very interesting how this is shaking out. Still could be some death, some chaos. Still got to be diligent here. Watch the relative, watch for smoke. Leaders obviously have gone through some of this traffic already to start. Warren has some damage. Perhaps he hit the wall coming to pit road or hit another car, not sure. 7 to go. Alan really pushing on me, which is fine, but it makes me not quite so comfortable and confident to push Gavin really hard, just because I know we're being pushed from behind. We're starting to catch this big group, but that's because it's such a big group that they're starting to have checkups now, so just trying to follow Gavin. Connor's going to stay on the bottom, so we'll go around him on the top. It's all right. So this is going to be interesting because that whole group up ahead there is lap cars and the front 5. So lap cars will definitely play a factor in who wins this race, which is wild. So see how this shakes out. We've ran a great race, 5.5 laps to go. Regardless of what happens here, whether it's 6th, 7th, 8th, 5th, 10th, whatever, we got to finish it out with a good finish. We've done everything right. Pit stop was great. We're in a good spot. It's going to get messy, I think, but we gotta finish this one out for sure. So 5 to go, 5 fingers here from the flag band. Again, if we come around and get 4 to go and then pass the pace car, I think that'll be it if a caution does come out. So we're doing okay. Still 7 seconds back to the group behind. Starting to lose a little bit of grip there with the front tires. These guys tried to come down and block, but didn't have the momentum. So we'll go by them. That's all right. Be curious to see if anybody else put tires on there. Our tires were 94 lefts, which would be expected. It's about right for tire wear. 4 to go, we have a race. I believe that will be it. Definitely if we get to 3 to go, obviously that'll be it. Starting to move around, someone's out of line, might be Bryce. Who was slow obviously after his speeding penalty, had to come back through and was by himself. They're wrecking. Is anybody gonna die? Oh, they all saved it. Someone had a great save down there. That was Jerry on the apron, the 13 car. He saved it, stayed in the throttle, kept going. Crazy. He's going to lost a lot of momentum, a lot of time. Our group is going to go right by him. Coming to 3 to go. Go right by Jerry. That'll be P6, 7, or 5, 6, and 7 for our little group here. 3 to go. See if Jerry can latch on the back of us or not. Hopefully we can drop him. Gavin's just about caught this tail end of the group ahead of us here. I don't know what the hell to do. I don't have a plan. Don't have a plan, don't know where I want to be. Nothing. 5 laps of fuel is plenty. We got 2.5 to go. Still dicing at the front there. So now there's 4 cars in the lead group up there with about 10 lappers or so. Jerry did hang out behind us in P8, so gotta keep that one in mind if we do make any moves. 2 to go, popsicle sticks. Definitely sweating time. Definitely starting to get a little antsy. There they go. Who's dead? No leaders, it looks like, so everybody's still good.
That was close, Dan.
Okay. Looks like Bryce might have caused that.
Look at you, man.
All right, well, they've had a couple small wrecks. It's thinned out the front group. Now it's like 4 leaders with 6 lappers. And we're coming to 1 to go, so. One to go, Credit One Bank, sponsor me please. Let's see who dies, who survives, what happens, keeping an eye on there up ahead. JP back in 20th and worse now, so he must have again had a pit stop error or slid through his box or sped or something again, so it's going to be another rough day for JP. Trying to go to the top, get by Gavin here. Just barely cleared. Everybody's gonna live, that'll be P5. Now they're dying. That's all right. We made it. It's another top 5 somehow. I didn't deserve it, but we did it. Nathan wins. They're all dying everywhere. To be expected.
Thanks, Nick.
Great race. Great job, Alan and Gavin. They're sticking with that group as much as we did. Sorry I didn't do a great job getting us off of pit road. And sorry I had to jump you there for the points, Gavin.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything. Just sitting back there. But good race. Glad we didn't get a yellow.
Hell yeah, look at that. Front 4 all up there. Nathan and I think his first win. Damon finally loses P2. Eric gets a 3rd. Wesley, his first race in the group, I think, for Gen 4. Gets 4th, and we end up with another top 5. That's 6 for 6 now. Played it right. Just had one shot. I really self-cleared down the front stretch there. Alan jumped in behind Gavin, to be expected. And I actually thought he was going to make a 3, but we got through it. Got 5th. It's going to be another non-drop. I mean, there's no way we can keep this up, but that's 6 top 5s to start. Again, we got more points than Gavin. I don't know if he led a lap or not, but we got 5th place points, which we'll take. Again, if we could have led a lap, that was great, but we didn't. So we'll just, I don't know where the hell my pit box is. There it is. I just accidentally parked in it. Cool, we found it. So P5, we'll take that all day, every day. We'll check out the results, see where the other front runners are. Nathan wins. He's not right up there in points. Damon as well. They each have used their drops, I believe, or maybe at least Damon has missed one extra. Eric, I think, again, has used both of his drops at least. Wesley, his first race. We got great points out of this. Gavin as well, another great run, top 10, 6th place points. So we gained a little bit. Not sure again if he led any laps. Alan, another strong run. Jerry, Robert, and Nick are the top 10. A couple distinctive groups back in there. What happened? Jeff ends up in 19th, last car in lead lap. What happened to JP? He finishes 25th. So even after leading the most laps, it's back-to-back rough events. Let's check out what happened here. I assume this is the lap he came to pit road, 32, so he did come with that first wave. Yeah, comes in late, breaks late. And he and Bryce were nowhere near pit speed 55, so they must have both had to do pass-throughs, which is really unfortunate. That's part of it.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Eric.
I learned a lot. That was fun. We did good. I think that was executed about as well as we could have. I can't think of anything
How's
else
it
I
going,
could have
Mike?
done differently.
Michael.
And we'll take it. So let's go check out the results real quick. A nice quick race
Good
there,
guys.
actually.
Yeah. And
Let's see how it shakes out.
fine races, so it's good to see you.
So no points calculated, of course, because we have drops in there. We led no laps. Gavin behind us led no laps. That was key. Nathan at the front led 12.
Yeah,
I
you too,
assume
man.
JP
Good
led
run,
the
Eric.
most. He must have
that was
led,
fun.
yeah, he led
Hi,
16,
guys.
but of course he
We'll see you
finished
next week, man.
25th. So
Be good.
another rough race there. So back-to-back finishes outside top 15. We keep our miraculous top 5 streak alive at Talladega of all places, which I expected exactly 0. And we'll see what the points look like. So now I believe all drops have been calculated, 2 drop weeks. So we've definitely earned the most points before the drops, and we are still even the points leader after the drops. So pretty spread, pretty happy with that. Obviously, we have great momentum. We're running well at all types of racetracks, apparently. It's still very tight at the front. We have JP4 behind us, 30 back to Gavin. We still have both of our drop weeks, which is excellent. And then we have 92 points back to Colton, 96 points back to Eric, 110 back to Nick, and then so on and so forth. So some guys had some bad points. You see there, Damon has used both of his drops already. Still 130 points behind, but of course, if he keeps clicking off top twos at this rate, he's going to still be in contention. So honestly, the guys at the front, other than Eric, we had the best points day. We made the most of it, and that's awesome feeling to have our 2 drops. Oh, can I not see the schedule? Okay. Damon was the only still repeat winner after 6 races, and we'll see how it goes. After the debacle that was the draft at Pocono last week, Indianapolis has been replaced in 2 weeks by Phoenix, Legacy Phoenix that is, so we'll see how that goes, another shorter track. Again, we got 6 races left, 2 drop weeks. Hopefully, knock on wood, we're pretty good at Darlington, which means we just need 3 out of these other 5 to be strong results, and we'll still be okay. So if we can get through Iowa next week, I'll honestly be feeling really good about where we're at. Even if they're not all top 5s and not winning cars, we'll see how Michigan is. Michigan's going to be crazy with the draft, but let's assume that this is an okay race. This is an okay race. Let's say 10th. Dover, we should be okay. I'd like to think we can run top 10 there. Darlington, we should be borderline top 5. So if that's the case, even if we drop Michigan, we still have our drop, hopefully at Kansas. Like, we'd be in a good spot, and obviously that's all to play for then. So we'll see how it works out. I enjoyed it quite a lot. We're in a good spot. 6 top 5s is not something I thought we'd still have intact here coming out of Talladega. So I will try my best to go remember to plug everybody down below that you need to check out to watch their views of this race. Very excited to see all the chaos, all the madness, and I'm especially going to hopefully get some joy out of watching Gavin and watching myself in the mirror there for 20 laps and then in front of him for 1 lap. So appreciate you all so very much. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a good fun. So drop that like down below. Sub if you are new. I greatly appreciate it. We're inching up towards 500, which I'm pretty proud of and very thankful for. So thanks to each and every one of you for all the love and support. It means the world to me. If we can get to 500 in the next couple of months, that would be awesome. So we're clicking right now. Everything's running on all cylinders, and I'm very, very proud of it. So that's going to be it for me. Till next time, as always. Bye-bye.